Hi, this is Attorney Joe Mitchell, YourHarvardAttorney.com. Serving Greater Philadelphia, criminal law, personal injury, DUI. Thanks for joining me today. I'm talking today about motions to suppress. I was in court this morning and I watched a very able young attorney beat a case. And I'm always interested in criminal cases that get beat, especially with motions. Because a motion is basically your constitutional rights. And what are your constitutional rights? So there are a couple of motions that are very typical in criminal cases. And they are motions regarding search warrants and motions regarding cars. And this particular one was a motion regarding cars. Because the law is, especially in Pennsylvania, this is not true in all states, but especially in Pennsylvania, the law is they cannot search your car without a search warrant, with two exceptions. Or actually, there's only one exception, but the exception has two parts to it. One is they have to have probable cause to search your car. And two, but this is the most important one, there has to be exigent circumstances. Exigent means emergency. If they don't search your car, then you're just going to get away. If they don't search your car, then they have no opportunity to. So they have to have a valid reason to search your car, probable cause, and then they have to have circumstances that indicate that if they don't search your car, then there's no way they'll ever search your car. So, how does this play into a motion? Well, what happens in real life is the police officers say get out of the car, and a lot of times if they suspect you of any kind of criminal activity, whether they have, quote, probable cause or not, they are going to search your car. Now then they'll say that, oh, well, we saw the gun in plain view, or the drugs were sticking out of the compartment, or they'll say that we just saw this bag right on the back seat and it had all the drugs in it. There are all kinds of ways that the police will get around it. So a lot of times when we're doing a motion, there's a battle to whether we get this evidence in or not, because let's face it, if the evidence in the car is suppressed, the gun is suppressed or the drugs are suppressed, they have no case against you because they have no drugs or no gun. So what happened today was that, and I'm not going to make this video too long, but what happened today was that they approached a car. It was actually like a kind of a limo situation with the tinted windows, and they basically pulled the guys out, searched the car, and found drugs. And so the issue was, did they have a right to do that? And actually, the judge found that they didn't. And here's what happened. Cops said, well, we have this thing called live stop. Now, live stop is something that's pretty much unique to Philadelphia. If you don't have a license, if you don't have insurance or a valid insurance or valid registration, the police officers, when they stop your car, they can take your car. And when they take your car, they can do what's called an inventory search. They can search the car for inventory. Just to make sure that whatever's in the car, that you don't come back later and say, well, I had this camera in the car and it's gone now, and where is it, and I'm going to sue the city. They do an inventory search. So generally those inventory searches are done once they take the car down to the impound lot. But nowadays, police officers are using that as an excuse to do searches of the car to look for drugs and guns. So there is a place where a motion to suppress can be won. So I'm going to just leave you with that concept, and then we'll talk more about it in another video. We'll talk more about like how these cases are won and what's needed to beat a case on a motion to suppress. But just know that the general idea is police cannot search your car. They can't search your car unless they have a warrant. And in general, there are when the police stop your car, they don't have a warrant. So the highlight here is don't give consent to have the police search your car. Okay? I had a lady who signed a consent form, and then they searched the car and found the drugs. Stupid. Okay? So, don't consent to have the police search your car, and certainly don't sign anything that says you consent. So, that's it for now. This is Attorney Joe Mitchell, YourHarvardAttorney.com, serving Greater Philadelphia, criminal, personal injury, and DUI. Thanks for listening.